November 2019, Nashville, Tennessee. A 13-year-old girl sat on the sidewalk outside a guitar shop on Broadway, playing a guitar that looked like it had survived a car accident. 2 strings were missing. The bridge was cracked. The neck was held together with duct tape. Her name was Lily Martinez, but nobody walking past knew that. She was just another street kid trying to survive in Music City. Lily's fingers moved across the remaining 4 strings, coaxing out a melody that shouldn't have been possible with a broken instrument. She was playing mean, not because she thought it would make tourists stop and donate, but because the lyrics felt true, because she understood what it meant to feel small, to feel invisible, to feel like you didn't matter. The guitar case lay open on the sidewalk. Inside, $2.14. 4 hours of playing in the cold November air, barely enough for a meal at McDonald's. A couple walked past, taking selfies without looking at her. A businessman stepped over her guitar case like it was trash. A teenager dropped $1 without making eye contact. Lily kept playing because what else was she going to do? Where else did she have to go? 50 feet away, walking down Broadway with a coffee in her hand and a baseball cap pulled low over her face, was Taylor Swift. And in exactly 3 minutes, everything was about to change. Taylor wasn't supposed to be on Broadway that afternoon. She had a studio session scheduled, then meetings about the Lover album promotion. But the session had run short, and Taylor had decided to walk instead of taking her car. She wanted to feel normal for 10 minutes. Wanted to be just another person in Nashville instead of Taylor Swift. That's when she heard it. A melody she knew intimately, played on what sounded like a dying guitar. The wrong number of strings, but somehow still recognizable, still true. Taylor stopped walking. There on the sidewalk, a young girl, maybe 13 years old, playing a guitar that looked like it had been through hell. And Taylor knew that guitar. Not that specific one, but that type of desperation. The kind where you keep playing even after the instrument breaks, because music is the only language that makes sense anymore. She'd seen guitars like that in her early days playing Nashville. Before the fame, before the stadiums, before Taylor Swift became Taylor Swift. Taylor stood there just listening, hidden behind her sunglasses and baseball cap. The girl was good. Not polished, not perfect, but good in the way that actually mattered. She was playing from somewhere real, somewhere that understood pain. People walked past Taylor without recognizing her. The disguise worked. Nobody expected to see Taylor Swift on a Nashville sidewalk watching a street performer. Taylor made a decision. She walked toward the girl. Lily looked up and saw a woman in sunglasses and a Titan's cap crouching down to her eye level. A woman who was looking at her like she actually saw her, really saw her. "That's one of my songs," the woman said quietly. Lily's hands froze on the strings. Her face went pale. "I'm sorry, I can play something else if you want." "I didn't mean to." "Why would you play something else?" The woman interrupted gently. "You were playing it beautifully." Lily's eyes filled with tears because nobody had said anything kind to her in weeks. "It's my favorite song. It makes me feel less alone." The woman smiled. "That's exactly why I wrote it, to make people feel less alone." She studied the broken guitar. "How long has it been like this?" 3 weeks. "I can't afford to fix it." "How long have you been out here playing?" Lily hesitated, but something about this woman made her want to tell the truth. "Every day for 6 weeks. Sometimes I make enough for food, sometimes I don't." The woman did something completely unexpected. She sat down on the cold sidewalk, next to Lily, right there on the dirty concrete. "You know why that song still works on 4 strings?" the woman asked. Lily shook her head. "Because it was never about perfect instrumentation. It was about saying something true, and you're saying something true. I can hear it." Lily felt something crack open inside her chest. "Who are you?" she whispered, though part of her already knew. The woman took off her sunglasses, and Lily's entire world stopped because she was looking at Taylor Swift. The actual Taylor Swift, the woman who wrote the song she'd been playing, the artist who had saved her life more times than she could count. "Oh my God," Lily breathed. "Yeah," Taylor said softly, "but maybe don't scream. I'd like to keep this quiet. A woman across the street noticed first. She grabbed her friend's arm. Is that Taylor Swift? Word spread the way it always does. Fast Electric whispered with disbelief. Within minutes, a small crowd had formed, but they kept their distance, because what was happening felt too important to interrupt. Taylor Swift was sitting on a sidewalk, talking to a homeless teenager with a broken guitar. How'd you end up out here? Taylor asked quietly. Lily looked down at her hands. My mom died 8 months ago. Brain aneurysm. Just collapsed one day at work. My dad couldn't handle it. Started drinking heavily. I couldn't stay there anymore. It wasn't safe. You ran away. I survived. Taylor nodded slowly. That's a better way to put it. I understand. Have you ever been homeless? No, but I felt invisible. I felt like nobody was listening. And I know what it's like to have music be the only thing that makes you feel real. Lily wiped her eyes. That's exactly what it feels like. Like this guitar is the only thing keeping me alive. $2.14, Taylor said, glancing at the guitar case. Big day. Lily tried to smile. Better than yesterday. Yesterday I made 87 cents. And you just keep playing the broken guitar. I don't have a choice. There's always a choice. Sometimes all the choices are terrible, but there's always a choice. The fact that you chose to keep playing, that says everything about who you are. Lily felt tears sliding down her face. She'd been so strong for so long. Sleeping in shelters when they had space. Sleeping in doorways when they didn't. Playing guitar until her fingers bled. Pretending she wasn't terrified every single day. But sitting next to Taylor Swift, she didn't have to pretend anymore. I'm so tired, Lily whispered. I'm 13 years old, and I feel like I'm 100. Taylor put her hand on Lily's shoulder. I know, I can see it. The crowd was bigger now, maybe 40 people. Phones were out, but respectfully distant. Everyone sensed they were witnessing something sacred. Can I tell you something? Taylor asked. Lily nodded. When I was around your age, I felt like I didn't fit anywhere. Kids at school were cruel. I got bullied constantly. The only place I felt like myself was when I was writing songs. That was the only place where the truth mattered more than being popular or fitting in. That's exactly how I feel. When I'm playing, nothing else matters. Not the hunger, not being scared, not missing my mom, just the music. Yeah. I could tell. That's why I stopped. Because I heard it in the way you were playing. You weren't performing for tips. You were surviving through music. Lily looked at the guitar, her mother's guitar, the last piece of her mother she had left. I'm scared it's going to break completely, she said, and then I won't have anything left of her. Taylor leaned closer. Can I tell you something important? Okay. The guitar doesn't matter. What matters is what's inside you. The music lives here. Taylor pointed at Lily's chest. Not there. She pointed at the guitar. Your mom didn't give you a guitar. She gave you music. She gave you the ability to tell the truth through songs. And that lives inside you. Nobody can take that away, unless you let them. Lily felt something shift inside her, a weight lifting. You really believe that? I know it. You're out here with a broken guitar, and 4 strings, and you're still playing. That's not weakness. That's incredible strength. Taylor stood up. The crowd stirred, but she wasn't leaving. She turned to them. Anyone here have a guitar with them? A young woman in the back raised her hand. I have one in my car, 2 blocks away. Go get it. This girl needs a guitar that works. Seriously, right now? Yeah, right now. Run. The young woman took off sprinting. The crowd buzzed with excitement. Taylor crouched back down. While we wait, play me something else. Show me what else you know. Lily's hands were shaking. I only know your songs. I taught myself from YouTube videos. Then play me your favorite one. Show me which song saved you. Lily started playing, The Best Day, and halfway through the first verse, her voice broke because it was the song about mothers and daughters, and her mother was gone. Taylor started singing along softly. The crowd was completely silent. because they were watching Taylor Swift perform on a Broadway sidewalk for an audience of one 13-year-old girl. When the song ended, someone started clapping. Then everyone was clapping, some crying. You felt that, right? Taylor asked. Yeah, that's what music is supposed to feel like you're connecting with something bigger than yourself. That feeling, that's the only thing worth chasing. The young woman came running back, guitar case in hand. I got it, she said breathlessly. Inside was a beautiful acoustic guitar. Taylor checked the tuning, made small adjustments, then handed it to Lily. Try this. Lily took it carefully, like it might disappear. She strummed once. All 6 strings rang out clear and perfect. The sound was so beautiful after weeks of 4 strings, that Lily started crying again. Play something, Taylor said. Lily played Mean again, but now with 6 strings. It sounded completely different, fuller, real, whole. When she finished, Taylor turned to the young woman. What's your name? Jessica. Jessica, you just did something really important. Thank you. Jessica was crying. I can't believe this is happening. Believe it. This is what music is supposed to do. Bring people together, help people, matter. Taylor turned back to Lily. She was thinking about what came next, about the bigger picture. Lily, I'm going to ask you a hard question. Do you want to go home? Lily's face hardened. I can't. Why not? Because my dad, he's not himself anymore, and I can't watch him destroy himself with alcohol. Has anyone tried to help him? I don't know. I've been gone for 6 weeks. Taylor was quiet for a moment. My mom dealt with cancer, twice, and watching someone you love go through something terrible, it changes you. Grief changes people. Your dad lost his wife. You lost your mom. You're both drowning, just in different ways. Lily looked down. So you're saying I should go back? I'm saying you should have a choice. A real choice. You're 13 years old. You shouldn't have to choose between playing guitar on a street corner, or living with someone who's hurting you. But right now, those feel like your only options. They are my only options. No, they're not. There are people who help kids like you, and families like yours. A woman pushed through the crowd. Professional, carrying a badge. Taylor looked up. Officer Martinez. I work with youth services. Someone texted me that you were here with a homeless teen. Taylor stood. Officer Martinez. This is Lily. She needs help. The officer crouched down. Hi Lily. Tell me what's going on. Lily told her everything. Her mom's death. Her dad's drinking, running away. The officer listened without judgment. When Lily finished, the officer pulled out a card. Lily, I want to help. We have counselors who work with families dealing with grief and addiction. We can talk to your dad, and if he's not ready, we have safe places for you to stay while we figure this out. I don't want charity. It's not charity, it's support. That's different. Lily looked at Taylor. What do you think? I think you should talk to Officer Martinez, hear what she has to say. Then you decide. Lily nodded slowly. Okay. Taylor reached into her bag, pulled out her wallet, and handed Lily several $100 bills. This is to get you through the next few weeks. Food, clothes, somewhere safe to stay. Lily stared at the money. $600. I can't take this. Yes, you can. This isn't charity. This is one musician helping another. When I was starting out, people believed in me, helped me. So now I help when I can. I don't know what to say. Just promise me you'll keep playing. Promise me the music doesn't die. Your mom's music, your music, I promise. Good. Because the world needs your voice. I heard it today. That truth matters. Taylor looked at Officer Martinez. Take care of her, please. I will. Taylor turned back to Lily. You're going to be okay. I believe that. But you need to believe it too. I'll try. Don't try. Know it. There's a difference. Then Taylor did something nobody expected. She took off her baseball cap, signed it, and handed it to Lily. So you remember the day someone stopped walking long enough to really see you? Lily held it like it was sacred. Thank you, she whispered. You don't have to thank me. Just keep making music, and when you make it, help someone else." Then Taylor walked away, coffee in hand, disappearing into the crowd. The people parted silently, understanding they'd witnessed something they'd never forget. Officer Martinez took Lily to social services, made calls, found emergency housing, started reaching out to Lily's father. It took 3 weeks, but Lily's dad agreed to enter rehab, agreed to try, agreed to fight for his daughter. Lily moved back home 4 months later. Her dad was different, sober, present, still grieving, but fighting. Lily kept the new guitar, kept playing, and every time she played, she remembered Taylor Swift, sitting on a cold sidewalk, seeing her. The photo from that day went viral. Taylor Swift helps homeless teen. But the story was bigger than that. It wasn't about celebrity charity, it was about one musician recognizing another. Taylor never talked about it publicly. When reporters asked, she said, "I met a girl who needed help, I helped. That's it." But for Lily Martinez, it was everything. 5 years later, at age 18, Lily Martinez signed her first record deal. Her debut single, a song about her mother and her survival, went viral on TikTok. Critics said she had the same raw honesty as early Taylor Swift. In her first interview, Lily told the story about being 13, about the broken guitar, about the day Taylor Swift stopped walking. "She didn't save my life," Lily said. "She reminded me that my life was worth saving." There's a difference. The story became legend in Nashville. Street musicians play on that corner now, hoping for magic. But magic isn't about hoping someone famous will stop. Magic is about playing your broken guitar and meaning every note. That's what Taylor heard that November day in 2019. Not a performance, not a plea for attention, just a kid trying to survive by doing the only thing she knew how to do: play music, tell the truth, keep going. Lily never sold that second guitar, the one Jessica gave her that day. It sits in her studio now, a reminder, and she's helped 50 homeless teens get instruments and music lessons through her foundation. "Taylor taught me that when you make it, you reach back," Lily says. "You stop walking, you crouch down, you look someone in the eye and tell them they matter. The music doesn't die, it gets passed on, from mother to daughter, from legend to street kid, from one broken guitar to another. And sometimes, if you're really lucky, someone stops walking long enough to hear what you're trying to say. That's all Lily needed. Someone to stop, someone to listen, someone to say, 'You matter. Don't quit.'" She never did. If this story of compassion and the power of being seen moved you, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to hear that they matter, that their voice matters, that their music matters. Have you ever felt invisible? Have you ever had someone stop and really see you? Tell us your story in the comments below, and don't forget to ring that notification bell for more incredible true stories about the heart behind music's greatest artists.